Did you ever see this? This is really weird. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
This is like an artist that was, I got this in Paris. It's like a Keith Haring kind of artist that was popular in Paris.
Oh, so they're original art. They're not mass produced.
They were probably limitedly mass produced.
You bought them off the street or something?
Probably in some shop. They were like Keith Haring kind of inspired French artist that is.
Very limited edition.
But this to me is like like a precursor to the whole art vinyl
Oh,
thing,
right.
because there was nothing like this done at the time that was for, as an artistic thing.
So what year did you buy those, do you think?
Probably early 90s. I lived in San Francisco when I was collecting most of this. San Francisco is prone to earthquakes. I had this collection in 1989 when the little big one hit. Most of the stuff bounced off and fell on the floor, and it bounced. Nothing broke. I had a friend that had a collection of very fine china. He lost so much. This is a great earthquake-proof collection.
So earthquakes determine the material you collected.
Yes, and the other thing was beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mm-hmm.
So most of this to a normal person is just a little above a dog toy. So value is very, very, there's no intrinsic value in this. There's no valuable materials here. There's no diamonds, there's no gold, there's nothing that you could take and melt down and have value. The value is just in our reaction to it. It's all, and so I started collecting it as an anti-collectible. The stuff had no value. Nobody recognized it. It was all about that it could bounce, and it made fun of the concept of value. You ever see that? Do you know who this is?
Oh, the guy you gave me a copy of.
Yes, that's him.
Pinky Lee.
Yes, that's Pinky
Oh,
Lee.
Pinky Lee was incredible. I love that show. I never saw Pinky Lee before, but he's just so great. Can you show us that color?
Oh, yes. This is one of the oldest toys. This is early 50s TV. Um, Definitely a highly influential character on this guy, Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman is my age. Pee Wee Herman obviously watched Pinky Lee as a kid and developed his character based on this guy. He was very early 50s TV show, and totally manic, totally off the wall, and here he is, probably the oldest thing I've got here, I think. And in great shape. It's amazing.
Beautiful. And how did you find that? Where'd you find that at?
I found it at an antique show, like a collectible show in LA, and it was $80, but I think it was well worth it. I usually don't pay that much for stuff, but it's definitely.
But you watched Pinky Lee as a kid?
No, it was before me.
Oh, so it was like a retro thing that you just happen to know because you're a cultural anthropologist?
Well, yeah, I mean it's still the 50s. It was, I was born in 52. And the most out of place thing in this whole collection is the ivory snow box.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, and not to mention the rock band.
right, Kiss, yes.
Why is that ivory snow box there?
It's Ivory Snow hired a model to model for the box, and then after the box came out, they realized or somehow found out that the woman in the box was Marilyn Chambers, who was a porn star. So they pulled the box off the market, and that is a mint box with the Ivory Snow inside. And I did see one for sale advertised for $10,000, and I doubt whether that person ever sold it. People are funny. Oh, we didn't. You didn't focus. Did you focus on Soupy Sales? This is a beautiful piece too. Soupy Sales. Soupy Sales.
Soupy Sales was sort of like Pee Wee, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was. You remember Soupy,
Oh,
right?
of course I do.
Amazing. I'm starting to download music. I got a copy of him singing "Do the Mouse." It's great. Herb Gardner was actually a playwright and like a hipster beatnik guy, and he did this comic strip, and so this was the comic strip. Its name was Nebbishes, and it was like the opposite of like a toy. It says, "I don't honk, I don't squeak, I don't even jingle. It's not a bookend or a lamp base, not a salt and pepper shaker. It's useless. For the man who has nothing. Can't afford a psychiatrist? Talk to the small and sympathetic listener in this box. For the man who is going nowhere." The packaging is brilliant. 1957.
It's amazing. That is so Maynard G. Krebs.
He was like a total beatnik character, and there's a whole series. Here's a nebbish dog. You've never seen these before.
A nebbish dog. Well, nebbish is like Hebrew for, what, square?
I don't know the exact definition, but kind of like a square, nebbishy guy, kind of a,
Oh, bookish. Sort of like a bookworm.
yeah, kind of like a nerd. It's a nerd.
Ed, do you think of yourself as a nerd?
No, but other people think of me as a nerd.
But you know that you're not?
I'm super cool.
Oh, we're going to do the old mouse, so everybody do it.